Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Adolis, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. In the last episode, I remember we did a little bit of, we made that's right, we made a nether star, and then we used the nether star to get a warding focus. In this episode, we were going to prepare, to fight some withers, and you may notice that my inventory looks much different. So I was working off camera and I dug a block, and I dug a block in front of it on accident because that pick was way too overpowered, and then proceeded to walk into the block and fall into the void. So I lost everything, including the wand. That's probably the thing I'm saltiest about. I lost the wand, not even the focus, because the wand I got in a quest, I believe, long time ago, and that wand was amazing. So we gotta remake it, and that's what we're gonna do today. I've made the components, and I've made another wand. I'll get into that in a little bit. I've remade the wand focus of warding. I've replaced some of my armor and stuff, but we're going to make better armor today as well. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do. One thing that I noticed is we have a lot of B&A, so I'm just kind of waiting. I was trying to kill a little bit of time with the intro. And I should have enough. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's just take that out. Let that finish. We'll put these guys in here. But this should be enough for the B&A. And then we can turn in that quest and be done with it. I've gotten a couple of princesses from the Spirit Queens, so I've been expanding how many of those I have, just to try to get the intellect drops faster. All my sheep are dead again because I did a lot of blood magic, because I had to make another nether star, but that's not a big deal. So let's grab a quest delivery system and a fluid duct or two, and a couple levers. As you can see, I've made a bunch of the stuff again. Some of it's not terribly difficult. I think of everything I have. The Master Blood Orb was a little bit concerning, but everything else so far was pretty easy to replace. And I went ahead and made a resonant jetpack just in case, but I don't like having it on all the time because it screws the jump, and I have to remember. Oh, I can disable it, which is nice, but okay, I have to remember what the buttons are, and everything like that, because I don't use the jetpacks all that often. Let's actually just do something like this. Put the quest delivery system like so. Let's go with the flow. This should be the last quest with this. So liquid bees is set. Extract. Put a lever. And that should be, if my math is decent, that should be just barely over the 100,000 that I need. But I've been also collecting gelatinous slime, and that kind of stuff as well, so yeah. But to give you an idea, so we're going to have to do a little bit of Thaumcraft today. So the wand that I'm replacing is the Silverwood wand core, which takes a pretty simple infusion craft. If you look, you can see the bottom of my tree over there is missing a block. I stole it. But hey, we get we got the what we needed from that, and then I made a couple of thaumium caps, which you make the inert, and then you have to infuse it to make the charged caps. But then to combine the wands, you have to do it on a arcane workbench, and it takes 55V. And the one that I had was a basic one that has 25, so I made a great wood one, which is just 2 pieces of great wood, and then I just did gold because it was simple, and that gives you 50V. So we don't have quite enough to make the great wood one, so we're gonna have to do something a little tricksy, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. Trying to remember if there was anything else that I had to make. I mean, I made another warding. We've done that before. But I think that's about it. But let's go ahead and claim a reward from this quest. So, Go With The Flow is completely done. Now we can break all this stuff, pick it up, and move on with our lives. No more Go With The Flow stuff. So that's nice. We got an epic and a greater reward bag. Oh, and one other thing is to player heads. There would be a third. So I died once falling down, and then to replace the Master Blood Orb, I needed a blood shard, and I was out of them completely. So I pulled out the bound sword and was killing mobs in the spawner area and died a couple times. So that's what happened with all that. It was a bad night. I tried my hardest to save it, but it was not meant to be. So it's kind of whatever, though. Like I said, we're going to make better armor. We're going to make a better sword as well. And yeah, hopefully things will be better. That's kind of a nice reward, but not really that useful anymore. Take the 2 hearts. And it's not a bad reward either. So I have some reinforced slates. And how many intellect drops do I need? We're almost there with that. I'm just trying to decide what to do first. I think since I was talking about all the Thaumcraft stuff, let's do that first. So, the tricksy way to avoid the... to show what I mean, I put my Greatwood one in here, and if I try to put a Silverwood one, I don't have quite enough V. So, what I need to do, and I'm going to do this regardless if I actually have to, I need to make some new armor. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And to do that, I'm going to take a whole bunch of enchanted fabric, and we're going to put pants, shoes, and a chest plate. And I'm going to need to recharge this, so hopefully I have enough stuff over here. So that's good on those. It's going to take the Ignis. Alright, that's good enough. Let's take it from this guy. And it looks like I'm full, so that's good. So if I put that in there and I put on, I don't even know what this stuff looks like. Thaumcraft stuff. So this is full Thaumcraft armor. I now have a 90% V cost for stuff. So if I put this in here, it'll cost just under 50, and I can make a nice Thaumium Boss Silverwood wand. And I have my wand back. I'm going to stick this guy in here. Unfortunately, it has absolutely nothing in terms of aspects, so let's drain most of these and try to fill it up a little bit. I don't need it to be super filled. I'm actually not sure what element I need the most, but worst case scenario, there's a lot of nodes around me, and I just go collect them. So I'm going to drain all these guys because I'm pretty much done with Thaumcraft, I think. I hope. Not that I don't like Thaumcraft, it's just it can be very tedious. But Ordo, I think, is the biggest thing that I'm going to need. So hopefully, luckily, that's probably the thing I have the most of. But the Thaumcraft armor gives you a little bit of a discount. So that is what I needed. I'm going to put this armor in here. And I believe... Alright, still off. I believe that was also a quest. Yeah, so making the Thaumcraft armor was a quest. Next we're going to make this bound armor. And it is somewhat complicated. But first, so the bound armor takes... I'm going to need a soul forge. Soul armor forge, that's what it's called. Which takes these filled sockets, which that's a lot of blood, but it's not terrible. But I'm going to need blood shards. Lots of them, actually. So I need to get imbued slates, which is going to be tier 3 slates, which is why I have 8 to begin with. So we're going to do a little bit of blood magic real quick. I'm probably not going to be able to finish this part off, but I'm going to have to turn that on. What? Let's just turn that off. And let's put all of those in there and let them just start. But while that's doing its thing, I'm going to run over here. And we're going to pop down here and grow some more lettuce. Which actually, it's kind of funny. Where I fell was like right in here. Actually, it was right over here. Because I was putting mob essence away. And I lost a lot of lettuce. Like, that was the bigger issue for me than anything else. Which is sad, actually. We've got about 31,000. So we're getting there with the lettuce. As soon as the lettuce is done, we're going to be able to boost dirt production by a lot. And we're going to make a lot more wheat. And finish off the toast quest as well. Let's go check on our rooms. And then we'll take a look at a couple other things. Alright, so they seem to be doing just fine. Do I have any more? Let's take that stuff out. So, next thing I want to work on is I'm going to need a new sword. And I want to make a flux sword. So that requires electromagnets, which I have, but it also requires an obsidian rod, which takes so pulverized obsidian, which I made a couple of off camera because I prepared for that, and then blaze powder, and then I need it's filled again. I don't know why. Let's take all these picks and we'll do something with them. I'm getting these from, I think, the pecs. But Why am I full up on stuff? Let's go grab real quick the yes. Those. I want those. Because I don't want them to keep going. We're going to turn this off for just a minute. We've got the imbued slates, which is what we want, and I should have a couple blood shards, and I believe that's what is filling up my... I mean, I know I have a lot of enchanted bows and unenchanted bows. I have 145 bows. Wow. Let's take a bunch of these and just gonna put them in there for right now. I'll have to figure out something to do with all that stuff. But I have a perfect bow. There we go. Okay, so if I take Master Blood Orb, a Blood Shard, and these imbued slates, I'll get a lot more. You can affect, pretty much just copy your Blood Shards for nothing. So I suggest doing that. I really need to sort this out. Let's pop downstairs for a second. We're going to need another drive. And let's just put it there. And then storage 4K. We need a couple of these guys. And let's just throw these in here, and that should be that problem solved. Alright, so the other thing we need with the sword is this infused obsidian rod, which takes these flux crystals, which is just diamond with 200, so 2 pieces of redstone. So I need 4 pieces in total. Holy crap, I've got a lot of nether redstone. That's good. Let's pulverize those. Let's magma crucible that. And do that. And then we'll have our sword. Now I would like to enchant it, but do I have... I have a Smite 1 sword. I have a Smite 2 sword. And I have a Smite 3 sword. Now what I can do is make a disenchanter. Auto disenchanter. And this should let me take those enchants. So there's the infused thing, and there's the flux sword, and I'm going to charge this up. So I can't remember. Let's put this guy over here, because I think he might need mob essence. No, he doesn't, it looks like. He just needs to be fed with books, which is actually a bit of a problem. I have these guys. I don't think... I have a couple Power 1 books. We'll get to those. Yeah, paper is the issue. But I can make it wood chips. Sawdust. Wood chips might be the best. So if I pulverize a stack of wood, I could get wood chips. Oh my gosh. So much redstone. I could get wood chips, and then I could, theoretically at least, get the good stuff. But press V to empower. So, as it is, it's going to be really good for against the wither. But I would not mind having something even better. So that's what we're going to work towards. I need power access. Let's just come down here. I have a power line right there. Let's put the auto disenchanter right here. Plenty of power. He just needs books. While we're waiting for the nether ore stuff to finish, let's come over here and let's check on our bees, see if we have enough memory combs yet. Probably not, but I can be hopeful. So, quite a few memory combs. It's nice, but I don't think we have quite enough to get what I want. But we're gonna need to make some more armor at some point as well. But we'll get to that. But let's throw... I heard a skeleton. It might be downstairs. It's almost done. So the next thing we need to do with the blood magic armor is we need empty sockets. So we're gonna need... Let's see, we're gonna need 4 of these for the soul forge. And then we're going to need 24. So I need more blood shards. So let's... I've got some more runes over here. Let's get a handful of runes leveled up. So let's do another 8. So let's turn that back on. And then we'll do the rest of the... We'll get some filled sockets as well. So that'll take a little bit, but I will need to check it fairly regularly, just in case. But let's throw in our wood in there. And what else do we have in here? We have all the wither stuff ready. We've got 48 intellect drops. It's going to take forever. We also want to make a nice bow. So let's take a look at what kind of bow. Can I type power? I can. Do I have any? I have some power 3 bows. Infinity. So this is just stuff that I can use, and then if we do paper, and then we make some books, because I have plenty of leather. And while I'm kind of waiting around for things, let's make some cobblestone. Actually, that's going to take forever because my inventory is so full. But if we put books in here, and then smite, and then I'm going to want an item duct, I think, and a chest. I think this is how it'll work. And then if I get a hopper, and a lever, should be everything that I need. So it does. Alright. And we're gonna get the enchanted books as well as the items back. So that's kind of, I guess, a downside because I don't really need the items, but it's a whatever type deal. But let's get this going a little bit faster. So that should be done relatively soon. We'll come back in just a minute. But I've got to remember everything I was doing. I think we could do this a little bit more now. But the cobblestone quest is going to take forever to do. That's why I'm kind of doing it in the meantime, in between other things, because it's going to be a lot to finish this. Octuple compressed cobblestone is just insane, but the dirt is actually going to be harder, I think, overall. But luckily the farm has a lot of seeds, and the seeds can be used and all that kind of stuff. But looks like we got another quintuple. So we're getting there very slowly, but you know, I should turn this on while I'm hanging around. Get more slimes. But so let's see. Alright, that's the one we want. Let's take the green slates. Run over here where it's quieter and get a total of 50 sockets, and then we're gonna need 24. And I realize I don't even have enough. There's 12 more, so that's halfway. We're gonna let's just take all these blank slates and level them up, so to speak. So yeah, once I get the first 4, I'll go ahead and make the soul forge, and then I'll make the rest off camera. But we can still work on the amazing bow and everything. So we've got smite, punch, power. That still has stuff on it. Power 3. Unbreaking 3. I'll put that on the bow. Honestly, this bow would be just fine with a little bit more power. That has a little bit left on it. So let's take this, and if we get just a smite 1, do I have any let's get some more books, which we need paper. And let's get an anvil. I think I have an auto anvil, which would be okay, I think, but if I just have an anvil, I think that will be just fine as well. We'll put that over with the thingy. So if we take anvil, we'll just put it right here. Fall resistance, sharpness, protection. If I can get a level 1, which is not likely, I should probably just pick up the thing and move it, but 2 power 3 books cost 3. Luckily, I can come over here, and I believe if I just right click this, No. There's a way to turn mob essence back into experience that I could use. I don't quite remember how. But that is one way of getting experience. I could also just use the auto anvil. That might be easier. So the auto anvil and the auto jukebox, or auto enchanter. If you take fluid ducts, and I'm gonna get rid of these because I don't need them. And then I also need a lever. So with this stuff, I'm gonna put my my wand away, just in case. With this stuff, if I... Only one more. If I pop down here... I forgot sometimes the skeletons fall through. It's a weird thing with these slimes, but it's whatever. I'm going to take this. We're going to pop down here. And break this for the time being. Let's pick that up as well. I'm going to store some stuff in here. If I do something... kind of like this, and then put a fluid duct here, the tank, like so, with a lever. It's going to fill these guys up. And I can auto-enchant books, and if I just do level 1s, efficiency, fall resistance, sharpness, efficiency, poison ivy, focus punch, sharpness, I can get a bunch of books that are completely useless. But if I take the power 3, where's the other power 3? There it is. And I put them in here. It will slowly work and it will combine them. So this is a way I can get some really good enchantments. And I'm going to utilize that to an extent. Exactly for that reason, because I have this extra mob essence. Let's see if we can take these guys yet. Looks like we can. So we have 4 filled sockets. We're going to come over here. We're going to make the soul forge, and then I think that's probably going to be about it. So the soul forge, and then we need the orb. And the soul forge armor. So the soul armor forge. So how this works is I can put this into the world, and if I surround it with filled sockets in the shape of the different armor pieces that I want, I can go ahead and get bound armor. That's how you make the bound armor. So I'm going to do a little bit of work off camera, getting all that stuff ready. And then in the next episode, we will come back and we'll do a little bit. I think I'm going to work a little bit on getting a bunch of good armor and stuff. But we can come back and I'm going to make a whole bunch of books, get a whole bunch of good enchants. I might just do level 30s. We'll see how much essence it takes and whatnot. But I could probably clean this up as well. And I will make a little arena over here. We'll get some really good gear and then fight the withers. and probably max out our blood magic, our altar, get all the runes finished. We don't need that many more actually, so that's nice. But then once that's done, we just gotta finish a handful of things, and yeah, it should be all good. By the way, if you notice on the minimap, there's a zombie. He's in here, I believe. Yep. They spawn in there. It's dark, but it's not a big deal. I don't really care too much, so I don't do anything about it. Let me look real quick, just because I'm curious. The slime blocks, we need 142. Chilat. So we're almost there with the blue slime. I'll finish that and then move on to the green slime as well. I don't know how much I'll have done, but I'll do a lot of the farming off camera. In fact, I'll do a lot of the actual farming as well. And hopefully next episode we can get to use this stuff. Okay, it takes a lot of aqua to ward stuff. So that's going to be the only thing that I have to watch out for, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!